Today we're headed on into Buena Vista Street for a dining reservation at Carthay Circle Restaurant for the first time since Buena Vista Street opened. We wanted to kind of document the experience for you guys on what it might be like on a busy day and how you can utilize your reservation if you're able to snag one to bypass some of the queues that they have set up over here for Buena Vista Street. Today, at this time of day, it's not so packed and doesn't require a queue, but during other days it might. And so we wanted to talk about that experience, and also this was the first time we had a reservation for it, since before, when Buena Vista Street first opened, it was QR code waitlist based since the morning, and being that I work, was never able to get those reservations. So I wanted to document what it was like for you guys if you were able to snag a reservation and what you might experience, so you can plan ahead when you come here to downtown Disney and the expansion on Buena Vista Street to dine at Carthay Circle Restaurant. So let's go ahead and get this day started. All right, so we're here at downtown Disney. The line's pretty long, but it is moving quickly. However, I have a reservation for Carthay Circle with the new reservations that dropped, thanks to Mondo, and I'm able to skip the line and head in because I'm about 15 minutes away from my reservation. Guys, we made it in here. If you do have a dining reservation and you see that there's a long line at downtown Disney's Simba entrance, just go ahead and show the customers that are wearing the guest relations costumes that you have a reservation and that's within like 15 or 20 minutes, and they'll go ahead and let you bypass that line. You're just going to stay to the right hand side. They're going to have you get your temperature checked in a separate area, and then they're going to send you through to that dog screening tent, and then of course security screening. And then if you're dining at Carthay Circle, you're going to have to show that reservation one more time to bypass whatever queue is currently in place at Buena Vista Street, whether that's a QR code or a physical queue, in order to make your reservation on time. But you do have to have that handy, so make sure it's up on your phone. I would suggest screenshotting it so that you don't have to worry about your phone loading and not having signal. All right, so we got about 5 minutes to our reservation. We're gonna head over to wherever the queue is set up for Buena Vista Street, so we can tell the customers that we have a reservation, and then of course show them our screenshot of the reservation before we head in to Carthay Circle. I'm excited, guys. I haven't been to Carthay Circle since it reopened. I've never had an opportunity to come during the day because I work during the day, and by the time I got off work, the QR code reservations have already been distributed. So since they added the reservation system, we're actually able to go. So I'm excited to try it tonight. Gonna get some holiday drinks and see what they have. All right, so in this particular instance, we walked all the way over to Buena Vista Street's entrance, and there's no line and no QR code. And it is, I would say, like 5:45, 6 o'clock. So not too bad for a Friday evening. All right, so we made it to Buena Vista Street finally. And then headed over to Carthay. It's exciting. So again, I haven't been to Carthay since it reopened. And honestly, before that, it had been a really long time since I've been to Carthay. I think I went like over a year ago with my family. So it's been a while for me. I'm excited to go back, and really excited actually for that one drink that has the snowflake light up glow cube. So we're gonna get that and check out some other things that they have. All right, so over at Carthay Circle, they've actually got a booth right out front, right over here, that you're gonna check in with for your reservation. And again, if you weren't able to access Buena Vista Street quickly at the time of your reservation because there is a queue, again, you're gonna show that cast member just outside the main entrance, the reservation that you have for Carthay, so they could let you have access. And then you're gonna head right inside here to check in with the cast member here. And then they told me they're gonna have me line up over here up against the window area for our party to have a seat inside well, not inside, but on outside where they have the Alfresco tasting lounge set up. So we're gonna wait for our name to be called. It's really weird because when I was walking at downtown Disney at a pretty quick pace, so sorry if my last little cut there was out of breath, but I was trying to make it so that I wasn't too late for my reservation. But when I got to Buena Vista Street, it's not even crowded in here at all. It's really, really empty, no queue to get in. But downtown Disney was pretty packed, and some of the stores did have some queues to get in. I'm not sure if some of the other stores like Sephora and whatnot were having Black Friday specials, since it is Black Friday tonight. So maybe some of those locations were a little more packed, because over here, of course, in Buena Vista Street, it's just going to be the Disney-owned locations and food locations. So not too packed in here if you wanted to just walk in on a Friday night, being Black Friday. So It was quite a surprise for me to find that when I came here. I was expecting a lot bigger crowds and longer lines to get in. All right, so we just had one party ahead of us. I was waiting to check in. We are up next to head inside. For those of you who didn't know, here just outside the main entrance of Carthay is actually 1901. 1901 is the special lounge in Disney California Adventure Park for Club 33 members, and it's actually the whole right-hand side of Carthay Circle inside on the bottom level there. Special lounge for certain Club 33 members that have special access. I did ask the cast member, and it is not available currently due to no dining indoor restrictions in Orange County. There is no access to 1901 because they don't have an outside option. And I don't know if it was opened temporarily once Buena Vista Street opens, because there's only like a small period that Buena Vista Street was open for during that red tier phase. So we'll see how that changes if we ever get back into red tier again here in Orange County, if they did open 1901. Also, I forgot to mention right outside 1901 too is the hidden Mickey. It's actually hidden somewhere in this tiling. And if you go all the way down here to the bottom, you can see it there on the floor, the little Mickey shape there. I was told that the last time I was here a long time ago, and I've never forgotten that one. So Carthay is all decked out for the holidays, but unfortunately you cannot dine inside. You can only pass through real quick. And they still have their display from the archives here, which is something they always feature in the lobby of Carthay Circle. They have a rotating display on loan from the Disney archives just as soon as you walk in from the front door to the right here. And right now it's for Lady and the Tramp. So cool to be inside here. But the normal dining is upstairs and you dine outside here. All right, so we've been seated here. They do have two options for a menu. They've got Carthay Circle QR code menu here if you guys want to scan and check that out. They also have a cool paper menu that I think I'm going to ask to take because Carthay's never had this. As you know, if you've ever been to Carthay, they have these really nice leather book menus. So this is something that's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity because Carthay will likely never have these again post-COVID era. It's like a little modified version of their menu that's takeaway. So kind of a cool souvenir to take because it's never going to have this again. All right, so I did check with the cast member, and unfortunately, they're already all out of the Snowflake Glow Cube, which is one of the reasons I came here too. They are out of that Snowflake Glow Cube. It is all gone at the moment, but they still have the Jingle Bell Glow Cube, so I got one of those and one of the classic Carthay drinks. And she said that they are currently working on a holiday version of a drink here at Carthay, but they don't have it yet, but the bartenders are working on one. So that's incoming soon. Maybe in the month of December, they'll have something like that. So something to look forward to, reason to come back to try a holiday drink. And I'll put a picture of the Snowflake Glow Cube on the screen so you guys know what I'm talking about. So again, as I mentioned, they didn't have the Snowflake Glow Cube, so I got the normal jingle one that you can put in your drink. It actually comes wrapped if you don't want to put it in your drink now. But you can put it in your drink if you want to. It's already sealed, so it's good to go. So I'm going to put mine in my drink just for the sake of pictures and whatnot. But and these are $4.99 a piece plus tax in addition to your drink. And then you can get these too, I believe, at Trolley Treats side of the street at Buena Vista Street. But I didn't want to wait in that line. And since I'm already here, I can get it here. So it's a good way to save some time if you don't want to queue up for any of the shops on Buena Vista Street. It has been so long since I had Pimm's Punch at Carthay Circle, one of the classic drinks that's always been here. This drink is so good. I forgot how good it was. And for those of you guys that don't know, let me look up here what's inside of Pimm's Punch. So Pimm's Punch actually is an Old English drink. But Pimm's Punch is Pimm's No. 1 liqueur, Plymouth gin, strawberry, and lemonade served over crushed ice. And it's topped with like a strawberry and a blackberry on a skewer here. This drink is so good. I remember this since day one at Carthay, and it still hasn't changed. It's really, really good. Another good drink for those that haven't been is the Carthay Martini if you like a stronger drink. But they also have on the classics, they've got, where is it at here? There it is. Scotch Mist, and that is known to be Walt Disney's drink of choice. It's Johnny Walker Black Label Scotch with a lemon peel served over crushed ice. That drink's really good too if you like whiskey Scotch, but it is a strong drink. All right, and the bite that I chose was the strozzopreti pasta for $20, which is San Marzano tomatoes, basil, and Parmesan Reggiano on the top. Really good with the Pimm's Punch as well. Oh, and they did let me keep the paper drink menu. I thought this was the full menu, but it's actually just the story of Carthay Circle and what it represents to those that maybe don't know its significance and historical significance and why the theater restaurant is in Disney California Adventure Park. So they explain that here. Of course, for those that don't know, Carthay Circle is the theater that debuted the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs animated movie in Hollywood, which theater does not exist any longer. But there is a version of Carthay Circle here in Disney California Adventure Park and also in Disney's Hollywood Studios Park in Walt Disney World, but theirs is a shop instead of a restaurant. And again, this menu is just a drink menu. I thought it was going to be a full-on menu for them, but this was just the drinks, and the other menu for desserts and food items were inside on the digital app QR code that they had to scan when we sat at the table. All right, so we had a really good dining experience at Carthay Circle. Of course, it's a limited menu, but it was still really good. I had the strozzopreti pasta and the Pimm's Punch drink. Both were excellent. Hadn't been to Carthay in a while. Never had the strozzopreti pasta or remember seeing it. I'm sure it's probably an older menu item, but I just don't recognize it. Like some of the other things like the twice cooked Vietnamese tacos, things like that. But otherwise, it was a great experience. It's all outdoors, but you do get to walk through the lobby for a quick second, including a quick glance at the archives exhibit, which I showed you guys when we were walking in. Thanks again for joining us, guys. Appreciate you following along here on Discover the Magic. If you don't already do so, please follow us, hit the like button on this video, and give us a comment and let us know what you think, or if you're planning on going to Carthay and making a reservation, or you have one yourself. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, you can do so at discover.themagic. Thanks again, guys. Have a great night and happy holidays.